Hi everyone, I want to ask a very important question to all of you. Try to understand this question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much self-motivated you are? That is very important, indispensable and unprecedented question for all of us, because whenever I ask this question to myself, once upon a time, I got to understand what need to be done and what need not to be done. And because of that reason, today, this question I thought, as far as my knowledge is concerned, because for the last many years, so many people have asked me this question and tell me that most of the time they don't feel self-motivated. Whatever they wanted to do so many things, but unfortunately what happened, they could not get sufficient amount of motivated for themselves. And what are the reasons behind it? Whenever they asked me this question, then I told them various aspects. Today this would be one of the most indispensable topic for all of us, that on a scale of 1 to 10, how much self-motivated you are. Today you need to ask this question to yourself, and unless and until you ask this question to yourself, you could not understand whether you feel self-motivated for yourself each and every time or not. So my friend, you know that life is not a bed of roses. No, every day, each and every time we are having a lot of problems, a lot of difficulties, lot of setbacks, lot of problems. It always hits us, yes or no? Now the question is that how can you overcome this situation? Whether you are doing business or whether you are doing any sort of job, what happen, you can multiply your business, you can multiply your job whenever your mind will be stable, whenever you are peaceful, you feel joyous, you feel something incredible from inside, then you can do something miracle. Otherwise what will happen, if your mind is totally disturbed, if your mind is not allowed you to do anything else, so how would it be possible for you to do something extraordinary thing? That is the reason I thought this would be really important topic, and also significant and indispensable, unprecedented and really overwhelming topic for all of us. That I am really enthusiastic, and also I am really eager to speak regarding this matter, because for the last many days this question already been asked by different types of people, that I want to be self-motivated all the time, but fact is that I cannot be self-motivated because of certain amount of reason they put me. And today I want to tell you, I want to give an answer that how can you always be self-motivated for yourself, and it would be one of the most important activity for all of you. First one is that you have to ask a question, or I want to raise a point over here. First of all, is that what are you doing? Are you doing business or are you in the job? First of all, ask this question, that what actually am I doing? Are you in a job or are you in a business? First of all, you have to ask this question to yourself. Then I can easily differentiate both of these things. And unless you differentiate both of these things, so you cannot do. First of all, you have to decide whether you are doing job or whether you are doing business. If you are doing business, so I will give you some answers, and if you are doing job, then I will give you another answer. Suppose if you are in the business, so ask yourself that why have you started this business? Ask this question to yourself, why have you started this business? What were the reasons? When you started this business, you were motivated, you were so immersed, yourself in that activity at that time, whenever you started your business first time. But nowadays you are feeling tired for your business, you are fatigued. So what are the reasons? Write down, why am I started this business once upon a time. Whenever you write the reasons, first of all you have to write it down, and unless and until you write it down, you cannot understand why have you started this business. And whenever you write down the reasons, then you can understand what were the reasons that I started my business. then you have to give some clarity to yourself that because of that reason I have started my business. And those who are doing jobs right now, and what were the reasons behind it that you have joined in some company or some government institute, or why have you started your job in certain companies or in a government job? Why? What are the reasons behind it? And why today you are also feeling demotivating? What are the reasons behind? All the reasons you should write it down in your copy or take it down, jot it down. And unless and until you write down your problems, your unhappiness in a copy, you cannot understand how could it be possible for you to come out of this problem, come out of this difficulty, come out of this situation. So those who are doing job, even those who are doing also business, please all of you write it down. Why have you started your business and why have you started your job? Both of you, please write it down. Whenever you write it down, then that means you think on a paper. Whenever any activity, whatever you are doing, if you think it on a paper, that you will get some clarity. Then you will have some clarity what actually you need to be done further. Otherwise, if you think only mentally, so nothing result will find. So because of that reason, I am telling to find, first of all, you have to write down why have you started your business and why have you joined a company or any government institute. What are the reasons behind it? Whenever you write it down, then you can differentiate it, otherwise not. Then I will tell you why most of the times you are not self-motivated. Most of the cases I have seen that more than 90% people, they are not self-motivated, and they started their job, they started their business, they started each and everything, but after few days, suppose today you start your business, after 1 year you feel that I should let go of my business, I should not do this business because I am not earning a lot of money, I am not getting a lot of money, I am not getting a lot of customers. So first of all you have to write down that why have you started your business. That would be really impeccable point I am telling to you. Really, that's really helpful for all of us. Once upon a time, when I asked this question to myself, I got a lot of reasons why I started my business. And what were the reasons? I had started the business because of particular reasons. I want to educate all the people of this society. I wanted to change the society. I wanted to help all the peoples around, all the peoples throughout this world. So I have particular reasons. So what are your reasons? You should take it down and jot it down in your copy. You know, my friend, your self-belief will become so high when two things you will have. Number one is belief system, and second one is your regular learning. Suppose right now you are doing a business or you are in a job. So fact is that what happened, we don't have the belief system for that kind of business. Suppose you are in any kind of industry, I don't know. Suppose whatever you are doing in a business, you need to have the belief system that I need to create a big business in this field. Most of the cases I have found that most of the people, more than 90% people, they started their business, but they don't have a clarity, and also they don't have powerful belief system in themselves, and because of that reason their business is not growing, they are lagging their business, they are not updating. And second one is regular learning. And unless and until you study, unless and until you educate yourself, how would it possible for you to do something extraordinary in your business? Because of that reason, I am telling to you, one of the most impeccable thing is that regular learning. And unless and until you study regularly, so you cannot grow your business. In this new world, in this viciously competitive world, in this competitive world, or I can say in this Uber generation, most of the cases we are getting a lot of difficulty because we don't educate ourselves. We think that we have a lot of ideas, we think that we have a lot of knowledge, and by the end, because of that knowledge, I can do something great business. I have to make a great business, which is totally incorrect. You cannot make a big business whatever the knowledge right now you have. In order to make a big business, or in order to get a great promotion in your job, you need to study regularly, and unless and until you study regularly, you never ever is possible for you to do extraordinary business in your life. Have you got the name of Ratan Tata and also a lot of successful businessmen like Bill Gates? Once upon a time, Bill Gates says, if you want to do successful business, you need to study altogether. That means you have to study a lot of books which can help you to grow from inside, because whenever you study the self-help books, you will have a lot of ideas, you will get a lot of ideas how can you do your business properly. Most of the time I have seen that those who are the businessmen, they never study. They thought whatever the knowledge they have right now, it would be sufficient for them to make a great business. But as far as my knowledge is concerned, unless and until you study regularly, you cannot make a great business. And even though if you make a business, so this business will be collapsed within fraction of years. That is correct, because I have seen a lot of businessmen, they have started their business and their business grew. Their business grew even though they did not study. But fact is that within 2 to 3 years, their business had been collapsed. So in this new era, in this new generation, in order to make a business, you have to study every day. Now the question is that what do we study? Is not it? That is very important question, that what do we study so that we can do something great. And also you can bring some courses in your life so that you can do something great from inside. That is the reason I am telling to you, my friend, you have to read the self-help books. And self-help books are really important for all of us to make goal, to make a business, to make whatever you want. So reading is very essential. In this new generation, if you want to make a great business, two things. One is powerful belief system, and second one is reading, learning every day. And if you do both things, whether you are a businessman, whether you are a job holder, you can do something great in your life. And always you feel self-motivated for yourself. And unless and until you do this activity for yourself, then always you feel stuck, always feel puzzled for yourself, always you will be confused and also perplexed. That is the reason I have initiated this program for all of you. Most of the cases, what happened, my friend, when we were a child, our parents, whenever we were a child, at that time what happened, each and everyone in our family, our neighbors, our relatives, our friend circle, each and everyone, they told us you don't have any sort of capacity to start a big business for yourself. Yes, we were so innocent, we thought that whatever they told us, it might be correct, and we always underestimate our own potential. We always undermined our own potential. We always thought that actually we are not able to do any sort of business in our life. We cannot do anything great in our life. We are good for nothing. Because when we were a child, our mind was so innocent, and our mind believes what our relatives, what our neighbors, what our friends told to us. And because of that mind conditioning, today whenever we are doing this business or whatever we are doing, we are getting a lot of difficulty and setbacks to kick off a great career. That is the reason I am always making some videos for all of you, so that you can start your business, you can go beyond your limitation, you can do something extraordinary in your upcoming and forthcoming life. That is the reason, my friend. That's very, very important. That was a big reason we always failed in our business. And most of the time people ask me this question, why most of the time we failed in the business? Because of that mind conditioning. Most of the time, most of the students also ask me this question, sir, why you don't get the sufficient amount marks in the examination? Because you don't believe yourself. You don't study every day. And also you have the mind, yes or no? And this mind was absorbed with full of negativity. This mind is totally engrossed in negativity. Because of that reason you could not able to do something great. And because of that reason also you are not feeling self-motivated for yourself. Are you getting my point? This would be really impeccable point, also important, indispensable point for all of us. And unless and until, my friend, if you don't study about it, if you don't know about it, if you don't go inside this, so it is not possible for you to do something great. Because in order to be great, in order to be self-motivated each and every time, you need to study. You need to focus on yourself in a study in this generation. Because the generation is too fast. And if you want to do something great, so you need to study every day. And unless and until you study, you cannot go beyond your limitation. I think all of you want to go beyond your limitation, go beyond your extra miles in your life. So that would be really indispensable for all of us. So number one is what I said, popular belief system. You have to make a popular, or I can say powerful belief system in yourself in order to be self-motivated. And second one is regular learning can help you to be self-motivated each and every time. And if you don't do it, always you feel perplexed, confused and dilapidated. Always you depreciating yourself, always you demotivating yourself, always you think that I am not able to do something great because my self-motivation is low. That is very important. Now the question is that how can you, now the question is that, my friend, so two concepts I have already discussed. Next point I want to say, take responsibility. Nowadays in this generation I have seen that, have you seen these quarrels are happening each and every home? Why? Because of this land, small land. Each and every members of the family, they are fighting with each other, they are making conflicts with each other. Their points are really contradictory. Why? Because they don't have the powerful belief in themselves. They don't have empowering beliefs. They don't have empowering beliefs. They have limiting beliefs in themselves. And because of that limiting belief, they thought they could not do something great. So according to me, whatever my knowledge concerned, whatever I thought, whatever I acknowledged throughout the little span of my life, whatever I want to tell you, you can do it. You have some extraordinary potentiality. You have the expertise. You have the knowledge. Just I am here to awake your knowledge. Whenever you have a lot of potential, my friend. Whatever, I don't have any word to express. So take responsibility. And unless and until you take any sort of responsibility for yourself, who will take responsibility for you? I have seen that a 40 years old, 45 years old, a guy, he is constantly depending on his father. Yes or no, Shubho? Most of the cases I have got it. More than 90% people, they depend on their parents. They depend on the land of their parents. They depend on the money of their parents. Even though their age become 45, even though 40 years old. But they don't have, but they are still now, they are depending. They are relying on their small jobs. And they always tell you that basically I am doing a job, I am earning little amount of money. So because of that reason I cannot fulfill my all dreams. You can fulfill your all dreams, my friend. You can. But First of all, you have to believe on yourself. Whenever you believe on yourself, whenever you study every day, then you can do, otherwise not. And taking responsibility is one virtue for you. It is a virtue. Not getting any land from your parents. Suppose most of the people I have seen, they are always wanting the land from their parents. That means whatever you want from your parents, it is not a virtue. What is called a virtue? If you want to do, if you take all those responsibility from on your shoulder, then if you do your activity, your job, your business, then you will have a lot of success in your upcoming and forthcoming life. It is known as virtue. That means you are doing something great for your family as well as also neighbors and also for the India and all over the world. Then you feel self-motivated. Self-motivation is not a child's play. It is not a child's game that I just hymns a mantra, then automatically I feel something great, I feel good, I feel self-motivated. It is not a hymns, that is not a mantra. That whenever you learn this mantra or the hymns, then you feel self-motivated. No, never. In building self-motivation, you have to go through some hardships in your life. Then you feel self-motivated. At your home, if you are living at your home and telling yourself that I am not feeling self-motivated, that means you are so, what I say, you are so depressed guy, you are so upset guy that God had given you a great power, so you can do something great, you can do something powerful, but you can't understand about the power which was given by the God Almighty. So my friend, whatever I want to say, mention over here, so taking responsibility is very important for all of us. I have seen that more than 90% people, 90% son, they did not take any sort of responsibility for their parents. They always depend on the income of their parents, which is not virtue, which is not good for all of us. So whenever you take all those responsibility on your shoulder, then you feel what? Yes, self-motivated each and every time. Got it, my friend? That's very important. Next point I want to say is that environment. Environment also really playing important role. Because of that environment also we are not, sometimes we feel motivated and sometimes we are not motivated because of environment also. Now look at your home, look at your neighbors, look at the other people. And most of the cases, more than 90% of the people, they are telling negative things to you. Maximum time they are talking about negativity. So if you always go around with them, always roam with them, so how can you feel motivated? Will you feel motivated? Shubha, will you feel motivated if you always roaming yourself with the negative people? You cannot feel motivated. You cannot feel self-motivated for yourself if you every time go or roaming with the negative people. So find out the positive people. Find out. There are a lot of people, those who are telling you the good things, good virtues, good necessary important things. Talk with them. Try to make a friendship with them. They will not come to you to make. They will not come to you and make a friendship. They never come to you to make a friendship with you. You have to go to them and make a friendship, and you have to know actually the important things, that what actually they had done in their life, and because of that reason they got success. Talk with them, and unless you talk with them, so how would it possible for you to achieve a great amount of success in your life, my friend? So environment is important. Environment is important. So if you always sit yourself with the positive people, nice people, those who always motivating you, pushing you, telling you good things, please always roaming with them. Then you feel motivated, then something miracle will happen in your life. And unless you do it, nothing will happen. So in spite of having a lot of difficulties in my own career, despite having a lot of difficulties, lot of setbacks, lot of bad patches already been conducted in my own career, but I had come across all those problems. I had already get rid of all those problems. I had already let go all these problems because I had understood all those necessary components already been understood by me. And I have read many books. I have done so many works on myself, because once upon a time I did not have any idea how to speak English language. Today I teach a lot of students in English language. I talk because I have inculcated, I have cultivated, implemented all those important aspects in my own career. So because of that reason I am telling you every time that build communication skill in yourself, and unless and until you build communication skill in yourself, it is not possible for you to go beyond your limitation, go extra mile in your life. So now it is up to you, it is your choice. Do you want to change your life or don't you change your life? And in order to changing your life, what are the important aspects what we need to understand? Because whether you are doing business or job, in order to do something great, first of all you have to make your mindset perfect. Because if your mind doesn't allow you, doesn't let you do something great, so you cannot make it great. If your mind make you great or allow you to do something great, then you can do. That means you have to, first of all you have to change your mindset. And whenever you change your mindset, then you are ready to do something great for your life, for yourself, for society, and for all over the world. Thank you. A lot of things already been spoken over here, already been proposed over here, already been addressed over here. So please my friend, in order to be self-motivated each and every time, so please inculcate all those points so that you always feel self-motivated and self-inspired. So thank you for today. A lot of things already been addressed over here. So please implement it and implant it in your own life, and I will be so happy whenever you will become successful one. Thank you. Have a good day.